Hello YouTube, my name is Schend, and I'd like to bring you a Let's Play of the Neverwinter Nights. And this isn't Neverwinter Nights, the MMO that's coming out next year. This isn't Neverwinter Nights 2. This is, well, as close to as I could get to the original game, released in 2002. Wow. How times have changed. But you're not here to listen to me rant. You want to see Let's Play. I've already created a character because I couldn't find a character that I liked. So we get rid of regenerated. He's Darius Elomen, High Elf, Lawful Good. You can read that over here. I didn't like the styles I had set up for the other ones, so I created my own, and because they had two paladins, I think. One had this is mine. This one has great sword specialization, weapon focused great sword, and the other one was female. And I kind of wanted to play my own gender. So, enough of my ranting.
The Frozen North, the name given to the stark and unforgiving frontier that lies beyond the high moor of Faerun. A bleak wilderness where barbarian clans and tribes of giants roam the land, and fierce dragons rule the skies. But amidst the frozen savagery stands a bastion of civilization, the city of Neverwinter, Jewel of the North. Behind the city's high walls, those both hardy and brave carve out an existence from this bleak land under the guidance and protection of the legendary hero, Lord Nasher Alagonda. Yet there are some things that all the courage in the world cannot stand against. A virulent plague swept the city, a terrible affliction that began in the beggar's nest. Soon, all of Neverwinter would feel the touch of the Wailing Death. The disease could not be cured. Panic ensued. The streets erupted into violence. The Jewel of the North was brought to its knees. To save Neverwinter, Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin of Tyr, and Lord Nasher's right hand put forth the call for a champion. A rush of would-be heroes answered her call, some drawn by promises of grandeur and glory, others by the lure of gold. Those with the greatest potential were initiated into the academy to train and study under the greatest minds of Neverwinter, all in the hopes a champion might emerge to save the city from the Wailing Death, and whatever sinister force might be behind it.
Well, that was a long movie. I really didn't expect it to be that long, actually. If you can't guess, I'm a lore guy. I like to know the story behind things. And so...
Finally, you're up. I was afraid you were going to sleep
I'm
all
going to let
day.
people talk.
I guess the instructors work you pretty hard here at the academy.
I'm going to let people talk, and if they don't have voiceovers, which this guy does, thankfully, I'm going to read it out loud myself. You may not like my style. In fact, this may be a good time to mention that if you don't, I could tell you just blow off, go watch somebody else's, but I really This is my first video. I want to know what you guys think.
My name's Pavel. I'm one of the new recruits. I just arrived here at the academy this morning.
Oh, I suppose I'm not going to read that part. Yes, I am Darius Eloman. Is it true what they say about you? That Lady Arabeth herself ordered the academy to send you an invitation to come here for training? I've never heard of anyone being invited to train at the academy before. Usually people are begging to get in. It must be a great honor for you. Well, I'm a paladin. It actually kind of fits my personality, so... It is both an honor and a privilege for me to serve Neverwinter. I'm pretty modest for someone who has who's got such high expectations on him. It wasn't quite so easy for me to get into the academy. My brother Bim and I were working on one of the nearby farms outside of the city when we heard Lady Arabeth had put out a call for heroes to come to the aid of Neverwinter. We knew the city was suffering, but we didn't realize how bad things were until we got here. We arrived just before they sealed the gates and quarantined the city. Oh, that's not good. Thank the gods I got accepted into the academy. I wouldn't want to be out there on the streets with the plague. Not when the city guard can barely able to keep order anymore. Not with the city guard. I've actually played this before, so I haven't played through the entire thing, but I have done the prologue in the first chapter. So I know a bit, but for those of you who want to know the lore, I don't actually know much about the plague. The Wailing Death is a plague worse than any recorded in the entire history of Neverwinter. The whole city has been quarantined. Nobody is allowed in or out. The Neverwinter militia do their best to enforce the quarantine, but people don't like being trapped inside the city walls of a plague-infested city. Oh, the walls. I thought that sounded a bit odd. Every day, more bodies pile up in the streets, and the citizens move one step closer to panic and open rebellion. Can't say I blame them. It's only been a few months, and already the dead number in the thousands. My first thought would be a cure. Well, yeah. Shouldn't someone be looking for a cure? Most people have given up on any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death. Potions and medicinal herbs do nothing, and even the prayers of the city's most powerful clergy have been ineffective. I guess that's why Lady Arabeth ordered the academy to open its doors to new recruits. The city needs a hero. Someone who can save us all from the Wailing Death. The word on the street is that Arabeth is actually working on a cure right here in the academy, but that's just a rumor. Probably not even true. Anything else? You could speak to my brother Bim, over by the door, if you want some tips on adventuring. Otherwise, you should go see Olgard in the next room. He's the one in charge of equipping all us recruits for our training. Other than that, I don't know what more to tell you. I'm just a raw recruit here. You're the one who's almost finished his training. Goodbye. Yes, I suppose you need to get on with your training. You probably need to go speak to Olgard in the next room and get your equipment so you can take the final tests and finish your training. If you want any tips or instructions on adventuring, then don't forget to say hi to my brother Bim on your way out. I'm thinking I'm going to do that, but he's probably not going to have anything for me. He's on movement control and camera.